Thank you very much, Mrs. Chairman. One correction, as you mentioned, it's a CEO forum. The only reason I'm here is because our CEO is out of town, Mr. Willie Ong. So I'm his, I'm the second in command. And I'd like to talk about how technology can really help in the institution, in this mission of having green buildings. And in particular, use our latest product, Knocks Out, as an example, in terms of moving from an eco-friendly to an eco-active paradigm. And everyone here knows about green architecture. You probably know much more than I do. But in all the literature, the focus has been on sustainability, which means we define green in terms of using eco-friendly products that minimize the negative effects of buildings, of construction materials on human health and the environment. In fact, even our industry, paint is in the chemical industry, obviously. So the green chemistry philosophy shares this exact same thinking, to reduce any substance that could be hazardous to human health and the environment. And if you look at how LEED, the relevant parts of LEED to paint today, this is what it focuses on. It focuses on using low VOC paints and recycling as much as possible. But what if we actually, thought about going beyond that? What if we went from not having a negative, zero negative impact, to actually making a positive impact, actually helping human health and the environment? So in this specific paint, in our specific case, what if paint not only protected substrate, which is why we use paint today, but it could, what if it could actually improve the environment and help protect humans, our health? In particular, the example is, what if it could clean air pollution, make the air cleaner for us? Now, before I tackle that, just give you some trivia. This was interesting that I only came up while I was doing this project. If I were to tell you, our main form of land transportation caused pollution that had bad effects, emission of greenhouse gases, traffic, foul odors, noise, what's the first thing that would come to your mind? Yeah, probably the modern, today, cars. But if you had to guess how long this problem has been going on, what would your best guess be? Since the invention of the vehicle. Now, what's very surprising when I did this was the first form of land transportation that caused this problem was actually the horse. And I live in, and I'll show you some data from New York City at the turn more than 100 years ago. I grew up in Binondo, so where Calesa is was a normal form of transportation, not a tourist thing. So I can very much relate to what it says here. Obviously, the biggest problem is if cars have tailpipe emissions, or horses also have tailpipe emissions. And those are a lot smellier, and they cause a lot of problems. And the ironic thing is, what actually solved this problem, if you can guess, is the car. The car actually was an air pollution solution about 100 years ago. But of course today, we're back to the same problem. We're back to square one. Everything that the horses, all the problems we had with the horses are back, maybe in a different form, but they're back. So how do what are solutions? Of course, the bicycle is one. The hybrid cars, which are growing in popularity, is one. But what I'd like to point out today is the building that you're going to make. A green building can actually be part of the solution. And if you just let me digress, if you want to, I'll let someone else tell you. Hope this works.